and welcome to the Daily Space Weather. I am your host in rare form, Dan, aka smAsho. We see a coronal mass ejection headed toward the Earth. Yeah, the corona, part of the corona, has massively ejected. It's sort of headed toward Earth. We'll get to it in a minute. Although, I'm considering not giving a crap. I pretty much don't care. Although there is some coronal hole down there also. We saw limb activity. We saw limb darkening. And we'll get to it in a minute if I'm able to get through this video without stabbing myself. Let's look at the view from stereo A. And you can see on the coronagraph that there's some ejecta headed out in the Earth-facing area. It's going to mist to the east. For the most part, it looks like to me. And we'll show you the LASCO images. There's the C2. You can see most of the ejecta on the left side of your screen there. And here's the view from the C3 as well. We've loaded that up for your viewing / heliophysics understanding pleasure. Please leave a comment if you feel like stabbing yourself. Yes. All right, so here's the National Sunspot Observatory view of that sunspot. I frankly have no idea whether or not it's a sunspot anymore. I think it might have decayed to plage. And let's talk about how Google is a scam and not a verb. They've remonetized 2 of our videos, so well done, Google. However, our AnyChat live stream about COVID-19 / coronavirus is still being reviewed. And by the way, if it gets confirmed to be not, appropriate for advertisers, it's getting set to private, like all the rest of the videos that YouTube's been censoring that talk about things like cures to little baby viruses that people are so goddamn afraid of that they're locked in their homes believing a bunch of complete horse shit. All right, let's get back to the sun. And by the way, there are exclusive videos there at BitChute also, which don't appear on ShitTube at all. And yes, Google is still hiding the truth, trying to censor things and being generally a miscreant in terms of information. Here's the 171 angstrom view on HelioViewer. There are the fields. Yay. Here's the 304 angstroms view. I see some filaments around the limbs, and I'd make you a custom video, but I'm not because of that shit right there. What a joke. What a joke. What a pathetic response mankind has had to the Kung Flu. What a pathetic, putrid, sickening joke. As ignorance and fear and stupidity have reared their ugly heads, you would think that a pandemic might bring out the best in people, but it turns out to largely bring out the stupidest in people. There's a 48-hour view in 171 angstroms, and thank goodness the SDO is back online. 10.7 centimeter radial flux is up to 71. That's some good news. Here's where stuff is in the solar system. There's where it'll be in 1 week. I won't be freaking out. Will you? Will there be idiotic laws in place? Oh, you bet there will be. Will the U.S. Constitution be crumbled up and thrown in the trash? I'm not sure. Hey, let's go to Library of Congress and see if it's been burned yet. Here's where stuff is above my head as there's a cosmic pileup happening up there. As the moon sets, we see the Mars, the Jupiter, and the Saturn all rising. We saw some more B-class X-ray flares here in the past few hours. In fact, maybe I got really ultra pissed off because I got X-rayed. I don't know. Just kidding, folks. It's dark here. The sun's not overhead. And the real-time solar wind is from Discover, showing us completely different data than it's showing from ACE, which also is nothing to freak out about. Anyway, we have coronal holes, and we see some magnetic connections there, as well as a pretty low solar wind density shown here on Discover. Wait till you see the data from ACE. It's showing 3.27 protons per cubic centimeter, and the solar wind speed 351 kilometers per second. There's the data from ACE. I'll refresh that for you. There you go. It's showing practically no solar wind whatsoever. So it looks like something's wrong with their density instrument there. Let's look at the magnetosphere movie, and you can see it doesn't look that low. As if F equals ma, the solar wind is F'd because there's no F when you don't have any M and just a bunch of A. Please don't be a COVIDiot. Whew. Anyway, there's the magnetosphere movie. That's 4 hours. Here's the geospace ground magnetic perturbations. 4 hours of that, and we'll be truncating today's video as I have to go out and be in public with a bunch of morons! Morons. Pennsylvania is governed by an idiot. Scumbag Democrat Tom Wolf. I don't know. Maybe I got to go to Harrisburg today. I haven't decided. There's the ground geospace magnetic perturbations. There's the GOES magnetometer. There's the Gong 2 data. It's nearly 2 hours old. And it's showing an area that looks like there could be a sunspot there. It's very strange. When you see the line of sight field plot, you may agree, as there's this area down here in the southeast that looks like a sunspot and then it just evaporates suddenly. I guess that's what happened there. It looks like it goes away. Yep. So, and we'll evaluate sunspot 2759 to see whether it's a sunspot or not toward the end of the video. There's the relativistic electrons. There is the GOES electron flux, and it is looking pretty low here. And again, as forecasted yesterday, it did not get into warning territory, which is when it reaches 10 to the third, 1,000 pulse flux units. There's the ionosphere map, and that's 6 hours of data courtesy Australian government. Now, I'm not sure if they're as idiotic as the Pennsylvanian government. So, hey, I don't know. Hey, state police, are you watching this video? Are you deciding to not enforce certain laws? Well, please don't pull me over because you're going to have problems. Since I am essential personnel, I'm protecting the food supply that's sustaining your life. There's 6 hours of ionosphere. Yay. Here's windy.com. And we're going to let that advance via the GFS forecast so you see where pressure zones are. My blood pressure is about 260 right now. What's yours? And it's because I am pissed off. And people are going to hear about it today. And it's not because of that. It's because of idiots. Not because of that. Don't be a COVIDiot. Next we'll look at earthquakes. There's a deep one at East Timor. It's 404 kilometers depth. Here's a deep one at Papua New Guinea. That one came in yesterday at 1326 UT. It's 111 kilometers and a 4.6 magnitude. And we're just scrolling up the list here. It looks like the largest of the past 24 might have been this 5.9 at Indonesia. Intermediate depth, 53.6 kilometers. Here's a deep one at Afghanistan. It's 243 kilometers below the level of the sea and a 4.5 magnitude. There's a deep one at Puerto Rico. Shout out to Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff, drop me a line. I need a gold and silver sponsor, so drop me a line, Peter Schiff. Yes, I will shill for Schiff Gold all day. What I will not shill for is the government, because that is not a reason to make the government do much of anything in any reasonable fashion. You can take that and you can shove it into your fecal swabs. I don't know if you've been reading the Swiss propaganda research site. It's swprs.org. Maybe have yourself a read. Get some facts about this shit instead of listening to a bunch of idiots with organizations like CNBC and CNN and NBC and ABC and Google and everybody whose head is so far up their ass They view the world through their esophagus like a fucking periscope. I don't know if you were aware, but if you try to fucking
incarcerate
me for driving around, there's going to be problems. Big problems. And by the way, I have to drive around. And like, this is part of the way that we prevent people from getting themselves into... never mind. Have you checked out smashomash.com/forum? We've got Cosmology Forum, Earth and Geophysics Forum, General Science. And in the free-for-all, there's this section here that may make you want to stab yourself. Please update our site. We've recently gotten over 300 users. So, yeah, guess what? Oh, yeah, let's do a little demo. Let's do a little demo for you here, folks. Just kidding, I'm not going to eat the website. Check it out. I'm not wearing a fucking surgical mask whatsoever. This is what I'm fucking wearing. This is how I get to go out in public today. Isn't that great? Isn't that lovely? Yeah, for real. Let me turn the light on. There you go. That's how I'll be dressed. It's great. I really want to go out in public where everybody's dressed like a fucking ninja. It's wonderful. Were you aware that a tiger has tested positive for COVID-19? What's the takeaway from that? The takeaway is that you can't stop a virus that's as communicable as COVID-19. You can't stop it. Anybody who thinks that we're stopping it is deluding themselves and spreading what we call fake news. So in the realm of real news, yeah, a tiger in the Bronx Zoo was diagnosed with COVID-19. How you like them apples? Thanks, Smash staff. European markets are up. Check it out. The FTSE, it's up 1.3%. The DAX, the German index, is up 3.6%. The CAC is up 3.26%. And what's going to happen in the U.S.? I have no idea. Maybe a tiger getting diagnosed with COVID-19 is going to crash the stock market. What a joke! What a joke. I will smash you into oblivion and squash you like a bug. Which, by the way, I probably already have done. I've probably already took 0 drugs and laughed in the face of that little virus. What a joke. What a fucking joke. Kamchatka is erupting. And we're looking at volcanoes. So there you go. Kluchevskoy on the Kamchatkan Peninsula is producing a flight level 18,000 flight advisory. Don't fly your John Denver style ultralight over Kluchevskoy. Mount Aso also erupting 7,000 foot plume there, flight level 5,000 at Kuchinurabujima. So it's a bit of a volcanic uptick here. Sakurajima also exploding, 9,000 foot plume there. Kerinci, 14,000 foot plume there. Shishaldin, elevated surface temperatures and some summit activity and seismicity. Revenador has dispersed its ash. Sabancaya unable to detect. Don't pole vault it. Novato State Chilean exploding. Sporadic puff emission. I've got an idea. Puff up against the government, because people like police officers, they swear an oath to uphold the U.S. Constitution as well as their local constitution. Here's a new one on the list. It's Lanin, located in central Chile and Argentina, I guess on the border, producing a 13,000 foot ash plume. And Pitan de la Fordes on La Réunion has reported an eruption and a bunch of earthquakes and increasing activity of lava flows in the near future is possible. So I don't know if you knew. I didn't until I just read it. Here's where the jet streams are in the east. Here's where the jet streams are in the west. And if I could go camping in Greenland right now, I would 100% go camping in Greenland on an ice sheet. so I don't have to hear so much ice shit and bullshit and nonsense and go around dressed as a fucking ninja. Fuck that. There's the water vapor maps for Europe and Africa. Here's the water vapor map for the Far East and Oceania. And yes, I'm able to handle stress all too well, folks. I can shoot a foul shot when my blood pressure's at 260 like it is now. And no, it's not from taking stimulants, if you're wondering. It's from being pissed off. Check out the convergence over the four corners. It's funky. And it looks like a giant sheet of cosmic ray flux. So there you go. Enjoy that. Wow. Yeah, that's not a gravity wave. Oh, gravity waves. Please leave a comment if you've laughed and laughed and laughed at LIGO, where they think they're measuring gravity waves from neutron stars and black holes billions of light years away. What a joke! Not as pathetic as the joke of COVID-19. Pathetic! There's the U.S. Doppler radar map. And I should have brought out Epic Pen so I can just shade in the whole country where there are a heaping helping of COVIDIOTS. Captain, sensors indicate many, many, many COVIDIOTS in this area. There's some lightning striking. Is that Easter Island? I don't know, and I don't care, but lightningmaps.org is indeed awesome, as is the smAsho team. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I've been in rare form, and I guess I'm going to remain in rare form all day because I am pissed. Thanks to our patrons. By the way, we've made all of our Patreon posts public for the entire month of April, as we're going to consider April a fundraising month. So all of our posts will be public, as well as on Subscribestar, so perhaps consider signing up there. You don't even have to pay us anything this month. You'll get the information along with everybody else for free, because I'm feeling charitable. And I don't see any ombre, do you? Looking at the intensity gram, I just refreshed it. So I don't see any ombre. Sunspot 2759 has decayed to plage. And here are the fields. There's an image of the fields. And that looks pretty consistent with what I just saw in the intensity gram. Let's play one more 48-hour movie and call it a day. And pardon my use of profanity, folks, but I think I'm going to have to go into an uncensored mode until this godforsaken, ridiculous pandemic is complete and humans expose their stupidity in ways that are beyond belief. Anyway, that's a great image of that sunspot. In fact, let's even zoom in for once, which I usually don't do because of that big bar at the top of the screen. But hey, ridiculous times call for ridiculous audibles to be called. So anyway, don't stab yourself. Remember, stare at the sun. Don't drink it if you do, and the government will certainly drive you to drink. Don't drive, since you might get arrested or cited for just simply being outdoors. Yeah, and maybe send Governor Wolf an email. Governor Wolf of Pennsylvania. I don't know, go to Harrisburg, send an email, send him a postcard, tell him to shove it up his ass. And may the solar wind be at your back and the atherosclerosis absent from your veins and the COVIDIOTS absent from your life.